Here we go. It is Valleague time, the premier team competition. I'm going to pull up my scouting reports. I am not scout this time. Dan on my team didn't scout ahead of time, so I already know what the winds are going to be on these holes. Nothing is going to throw me off, be a surprise wind, but we'll see if I can still make them all work. This is Ham's Horrors, put together by Ham Toes Richard Trotman, for his ideal horrible layout. Let's see if it could be not horrible for me. Windswept Fields 3. I practiced a water skip there, but I saw Dan took the Glide Sapphire and worked just fine for him, so I did that as well. We go about 50 power here on the forehand. Oh, what the frick? Why did I do that? I said 50 power and then went up to 60. Okay. Whew, time to reset. Reset, and can't let that first mistake right off the bat take me down. Alwood 2. My play is a Glide Sapphire off the tee. This is the one I'm not even going for. Even though it's a great looking shot and potentially a bit at it, I'm just going to go high and lob it onto the island. Almost make it, apparently. But a high lob, taking a safe birdie. There we go. Hole 3 is Coyote Canyon 5. This is a big right-to-left tailwind. But lucky for me, this is the only wind in which I throw forehand. So when I see that wind, I kind of know exactly what to do and do it poorly. Stop, stop, stop. Oh. All right, trying to make this now. 100 feet. It's raised, so I'm going to 120. That raised 20 feet out there. But a 3 wind is going to take 30 off again. So I'm going to bring this down to 90. It's about there. Let's save something cool. Ah, right off the top. All right, not the greatest start to Valleague, but again, we have, 7 times 4, 28? Yeah, 28 rounds that I determine where this goes, so plenty more to make up of glide skip here. And important to remember, I'm not making up strokes. I'm just trying to not drop strokes. The winner of Valleague drops the fewest strokes. This is going to get me around in a position where I should be able to cross here. 523 is a light glide paradigm. I don't want to be in those bushes. And if I get past them, hopefully I'm going to be in eagle range for throw-in. I am 50 feet here in the 2 wind. I'm going to go 50 feet and not overthink this one at least. 1 eagle at least. Lost Island 8. Nope. I mean, I've got a line with a skip sapphire or a skip paradigm powered down. But with this wind, it's a forehand shift. Works out really well for the layup. Hopefully get past those trees. All right, well, it snuck a little bit to the side. I think it should be okay. I want to go ride, not paradigm, because I want to make sure I get up to the wall. And this is going to leave me a little more work than I thought. Yikes. Get out around it, get out around it. It is kind of around it. And I want to go paradigm, but I'm afraid of not fading back soon enough. If I miss these tracks, I'm going to be up there. I did not miss the tracks. Probably a par for me at this point. See if I can throw in 145 here. Yep, there is a par. Again, no shame in these individually, but man, this is a lot getting me right off the bat. What's next? Pioneer Bay. I'm laying up Pioneer Bay. I practiced getting to the center island, but even when I had a great shot to the center island, I was just not consistent in getting across onto the green ferry look at the eagle. So roll ride, just miss the tree. It does miss the tree. And I like how this is looking. 378. I get that stupid thing out of my face. The sapphire should. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Leave me some work. 127. Gotta get up real high. Go about 100 power. At least get over the top. At least get over the top. Yeah, got over top, but boy, oh boy, here's another par. Let's see if I can turn anything around. I think -9 would be okay here, which I think I'm still on track for. So I'll take the shift, let it turn with the wind here. Right down this walkway is perfect for me. And I'm very happy with this position. That wind tells me I can go glide, water, skip, drive. Right around the side here. Get some good ground play, please. It does get good ground play, gets me in position. 70 feet for the throw in. I'm gonna try to not overthink this one too much, like I did on hole 1. Yikes, that was high. That was high, but it stayed in. Oh, maybe 9. Well, I guess 9 still is in play. If I can hit this just right. B. Oh, oh, oh. Well, it was a sketchy way of getting across, but it's across. I'm not too worried about the comebacker here, so I'm going to give this a little bit of a bid. And oof, right off the cage, taking that birdie. That looks like -8 is in the cards. See if I can actually walk it in though. With the shift here, take the line from Dan. I like how it sets me up. Next one is going to be the forehand and get a little bit lucky past the tree, which it does, and I'll at least be able to end with a birdie. All right, so -8 first round. Not fantastic, but honestly, not terrible. I'll take it, and I'll keep working on staying bogey free through the rest of these. Headed over to round 2 next. Round 2 is Lakeside. The only really concerning looking wind here is on Lakeside 9. I'm gonna try to take a stab at this with my water skip sapphire. And nope, it's offline, but should be in a savable spot from here. 60 feet down the hill. We'll throw like 50 power. There we go. Got the throw-ins cleaned up a little bit from round 1. Hole 2 is a big headwind, which just means I'm going glide water skip drive as opposed to glide roll here. It's going to get a little bit better ground play. Wouldn't have minded a little bit better ground play than that, but 54 feet is no problem there. Eagle on 2. Hole 3. The warship gets me there just fine. I have the ace line for this. If you ever watched my multiplayer rounds, you'll see me run that with the sticky musket. But it's so rare. It's so rare for me and brings that potential of the miss into play that I just don't want to deal with it. Lakeside 4 is too easy of a hole, he says, before he messes it up. Across at least. Wouldn't have minded been a little bit closer. But this really should not be a problem. In a 1 wind, we got 48 feet to knock in the albatross. Easiest albatross in the game right there. Hole 5, I know is a tough headwind that says don't bother going for it. So sticky musket, get it up high. And then let's see how far I'm out to see if I decide to go for it. 240. Now, I don't think they keep a little bit of power off my fuse. I don't have a good chance of making that, so I'm just going to make sure I don't mess up the birdie. Don't mess up that birdie by trying to get aggressive on the throw in and potentially ending up further away than I'm comfortable with. That's a good birdie. 6. Oh, not the heart. There's a fuse here. I have the ace line. Let's see if I can actually do it though. It's about there. Well, that has a chance. Oh, would have been nice to have that one to make up for at least one of my round one mistakes. But again, it's a birdie, and we're not going to complain about birdies, especially in Valleague. Long round. For one win, I take the sticky musket, get the top chevron down here on the log, and pull back the littlest bit of hyzer on it. That's going to miss way to the right. But because there's a one win that works out and leaves a plenty of room here to be able to save that birdie. Hole 8 is Square Island. We're just taking a low warship out there and just get to the island. No need to try to ace this because of the way the close miss just bounced off the cage straight into the water. Hole 9 is the one. I'm going to take a rhythm out there. Let's see how close I get. This was good. Next shot is the water skip drive. And don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Please get safe. My heart's pounding right now. My heart's pounding. All right. It's safe on the island. I've got a putt. I've got a forehand. I'm pretty sure I don't have a collision here. I don't have collision. Able to get that eagle. That was a tricky eagle in that wind. Happy to take a clean -13 on round 2. Here we go. Round 3 is Globetrotter. Globetrotter is an intentionally difficult selection of 9 different holes. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think they're specifically curated by Greg, but they are. Like, I think he gives a list of holes to try to like make a random layout of these holes. This is not the greatest kick. I'm hoping I don't have that little twig in my way. I think I'm around it. It should be okay as long as I hit kind of the left side of those chains there. Oh, oh boy, that was a lot closer I would have liked. But at the end, it's a birdie, and I get to move on and stop thinking about that hole. Here's the water skip sapphire. This is my ace run at this. It gets around here. This is way too far to the right, but it should be up here safe. Stop, stop, stop. Yikes. No tree in the way, though. There shouldn't be any collision. Getting the eagle. Good. Hole 3 is Windswept Fields 3 again. This one I practiced the water skip sapphire. And I like the water skip sapphire because it kind of just takes this whole hazard out of play. And with the skip, puts me right there in putting range on this basket. No way I messed up the throw in this time. I just disconnected from my computer a little bit. I'm going to bring the screen back up. There you go. I got it back up. I'm back up on screen to the right sides. This is going to be glide water skip. The water skip just gives me a little bit extra security. I'm taking the backhand, the layup over here. No even thought of going for eagle in that wind. And that is A-okay with me. 286 feet. I think, is this musket? Make sure I don't fade into that water, which I won't here. Good little tree kick closer to 51 feet. And we'll throw it there. And taking a happy birdie on a potential blow-up hole. Totally fine. This is a glide sapphire off the tee. One wind is a full hyzer. The two wind will be a little bit less. And pushing it over here. Ideally, I'm actually more under the tree. It gets this kind of tree right in the middle of my line out of play. But as it is here, I need to throw a little bit more hyzer on that to get around here. And the way the paradigm fades out, an understable disc on hyzer is just a beautiful flight. I love to see it. That it turns and then just very slowly comes back. It doesn't really fight out of it very quickly. All right, big skip paradigm is what I practice here. And make sure if I miss, it is a miss to the right. And it looks like this is going to be a miss to the right. We'll see if this keeps eagle in play. I'm not sure at this point. 515. I think I got a little bit too far left. Let's see what the Rive can give me a look at when he gets up there. Maybe a good skip over. Okay. That's going to still be a look for the eagle. 97 feet. 2 headwind. We'll go 80. We'll go 80. Trust yourself, Daniel. Trust yourself. I want that sway down to the right a little bit. That's where I want the sway. And that's where I want the eagle. All right, that feels good to get. Now to Champion's Landing 18. I have the line here to try and get in a little more aggressive with the paradigm. If I can get a good skip over here, which it looks like I do. This is pretty much exactly how I was in practice. That's great. I get to go for the green with the roll Rive. And this gets here. Boom. Don't do something silly now. Don't do something silly now. Nothing silly. Fantastic. Onto the green. 23 feet. I'll go ahead and putt this up there. And the staying phone keeps disconnecting. And there we go. It's back up. 2 more holes to go. This is a good wind here. Go glide water skip Rive. Give it a hyzer. Make sure it gets around that corner. Which it does. And if it gets over to this green, barring some terribly unlucky ground play, which we avoided, we're going to be here for birdie. 41 feet. We're going to throw it in. Why am I not trusting it? Reset. There we go. Trust it. Do not want to repeat windswept fields 3 from round 1. Hole 9. Easy peasy to close it out. We throw the harp over there. It lays up down to the green. And then we're tapping in our final birdie. Literally tapping in the final birdie. Very happy with that round 3. That's going to help keep me competitive as long as round 4 goes well also. And here is round 4, always blue. These are holes where eagle is always a potential in play. We'll see if I can get any of them. A glide skip Rive. I practiced this one, so hopefully it works out. I'm a little bit lower than I typically would down here, and about 2/3 power. This is looking like it's going to work out just fine for me. I'm okay being up left side here because we are on the green with a 66-foot downhill throw in. Not even going to think about that power. Just going to throw it in and take the eagle. Hole 2 is FPO again. So I'll take my same line that I did last time. Give it a little bit less anhyzer. See if I can stay out of the bushes and get a little bit easier bid to this for myself. Which it looks like I can. I have 463. I'll just take the shift in there and let it turn over. Get a little bit of good ground play, please. Or just stop dead. I guess that's cool too. But 72 feet, get around that invisible tree. And 50 feet of power to take this eagle. Bada bing, bada boom. Starting good with all blue. but it's likely going to end soon. Pioneer Bay 7. I get up on this tree, and I make sure if I miss right, or I can hit this perfect. Good skip, good skip. Yes. Yes. Whew. It's not done yet, though. Still a little bit uphill here. I think I have about a little over 100 feet of power I need to put on this one because of the way it is raised up there. But that sway to get back up. There we go. Waiting for that sway to get back up to the left a little bit, which it finally did. I practice this, so I don't want to think too much. I just want to do it. Alright, let's hope that's not a regret. Fade, fade, fade. Oh gosh, fade over it. Oh yes. Yes, and onto the green. Whew. That's a sigh of relief. This is a hole that I stressed about deciding whether to lay up or go for it. And I knew I practiced it, and I went 5 for 5 going for it. So I knew I had to do it, but it was still stressful to do. And this is the end of all blue. Honestly, nobody's getting the eagle. Well, somebody's getting the eagle here. I'm not getting the eagle here. Unless this somehow gets like the perfect. Nope. Not the perfect, so that's not going to be my eagle. Don't even try to bite off a lot here. I'm just going to go forehand around the outside. I don't need to look at eagle, so I'm not even going to mess with the water. It's a little bit trickier of an approach than I was thinking, though. So 324, I got a light post. There's kind of a lot to navigate here. I think I need to go water skip Sapphire, get it low through the trees, around and past that light post. That works out just fine. 24 feet, we're going to go ahead and putt. And we got that putt in for the birdie. Not always blue, but always okay. Okay, my typical here is to aim low and give like a half disc of hyzer, but I think this through wind, I get to give a straight pullback. Yikes! That was close. I guess some good skip up there. And that'd be cool. I can get a look here, it seems. 132. Downhill, I'm going to call it 110. The headwind, I'm going to call it 80. And I'm going to drop this right in the basket. It'll be into the cage, but close enough. That's an okay birdie. And tough winds on all blue. Birdie is okay. You know, there's this hole in this game that's really easy for everyone except you. This is that one for me. So let's see if I can make this. I've been switching around what line I'm going to take. I think I ended up on Aaron Christensen's line here. And it works out right to the base of that basket. I'm going to pause it. There's a giant spider in my garage right now. Go try to get in my shoes. I'm going to get that thing. All right, I'm back. You ever have that feeling like you see like a mouse or something in the corner of your eye? I thought I saw a freaking mouse. And I looked. That sucker was the size of like a $50. And it was climbing into my kid's shoes. And I'm not messing around with that. That was huge. All right, let's just do a little more disc golf Valleague. ENSO 5, I like with the water skip drive. I actually like this wind. It helps me get a little bit further down there. This might not be good. Might be bad or might be perfect. Perfect. Come on, do the perfect one. No. Too far. And we're going to have to take, I think, hopefully birdie here. Yeah. Birdie. That's all right. This is still a very good last round for me. And then ending with Sunshine Glade 1. Kind of a stress-free finish. See if I can get an ace to close this out. And nope. I'm missing to the right. Ending with a birdie. But you know what? This is a very okay first week of Valleague. Some jitters and some mistakes for sure in round 1. But I'm happy with this overall, ending at 1428. I'm not going to try to do that math quick enough. I got a pretty good score. I can get a random level up reward here. Reroll all these for something better. And they'll take the cool looking explorer. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hopefully your Valleague rounds went well if you're playing. If you're not playing, make sure you're on Discord to make sure you are involved with all of the future events. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay bogey free.